I want to wind it all the way back to their first meeting, to Ruby and James' first meeting, when, you know, James tries to buy her silence. Do you guys miss playing that enemies dynamic?
Yes. Season 2 was so much pain and drama. Which is also great to play it. And it does get lighter at the end of the season. Like, I mean, episode 4, which has already been out, it's definitely like more of the lighter tone, I think, that we used from season 1. But it's definitely like this really arrogant part of James. You hate it.
Yeah, but that was also really exhausting sometimes.
For you?
After they say cut, we had to go on the end of the room because we couldn't talk with each other. And like,
he was an asshole.
I couldn't look at him because he was like so into this toxic man.
Whatever, Robin.
And he's better now. He's a changed man now, I would say.
He's learned a bit.
Yeah. Was that the first thing you guys filmed together? And what do you remember shooting that first interaction?
Now, the first thing we shot was the one where I come up to the fence and apologize in episode 3. Is that right? I think.
I don't know.
Where I say you're not invisible. You're not invisible anymore to you, Ruby.
That was the first scene.
Yeah, that was a fun scene. And the other one, I don't think he even knows Ruby yet. I mean, Robin. He doesn't even know Robin yet. You were so upset with me when I then put it into the lacrosse field. And I was like, Robin. What? I think it'd be wise if we go back to the beginning, Robin. I said that in the lacrosse field when you come up.
In season 1?
Season 1. You don't even remember.
I don't even remember.
You wanted to forget that part.
When I apologize?
No, when my dad is like pushing me back.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm pushing you away by saying, whatever, Robin.
Like, asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole.
And then next moment, I wanted to touch on the major viral moment, Moth to a Flame dance scene. I'm sure you guys have been asked about this a million times. Did you guys expect that to blow up like it did?
No. I think we shot that the whole night. And I remember it was, I don't know, it wasn't that special shooting it. I feel like
fun shooting
it was fun, but I don't know. It came out so iconic.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that
really
to happen.
good editing.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm always a bit afraid of like dance scenes.
He's not the best dancer, but that's okay.
You guys were pretty good. It wasn't choreographed or anything, improvised?
No, nothing.
Not at all. They just said, what music do you want to listen to? And we said, S&M by Rihanna. And then we just danced the whole night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We're just trying out stuff.
And then with it, how is it called?
Confetti?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
And it came out so good. And then, I mean, that also is the same night that James saves Ruby from the pool when she's thrown in. Would you say that's kind of when either or both of them or either of them realized the depth of their feelings? Did James, like, it seems kind of like he fell first at that point.
He fell first, but I think it's the scene, it's earlier. I think it's even earlier. I think it's on the lacrosse field in episode 2 when he's asking about like the dress, what happened to the dress? It burned. Oh, it burned. That he notices that there's something and there's a little spark, but I don't think he like cognitively acknowledges it yet. But it's definitely the spark that ignites the flame afterwards, and then it's a moth to a flame.
But I think it's the first in the car. I think it's the first moment she's like opening up.
You mean after I rescue from?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And she's crying and feels safe around.
He's already deep in love at that moment.
You think it's already full love at that time? Like that's for him at least?
He's just completely confused because I think he is in love. I don't think he knows it yet because he doesn't really know the capacity or like this concept of love and like true love because he's always been struggling with that. I think it's really beautifully reflected in him like looking up to Percy and just asking like, what am I doing? Because he honestly doesn't know what's happening to him in that moment and what Ruby's doing to him. So I love the 3rd episode because it's really a turning point in their relationship.
And Harriet, when do you think that Ruby realizes that she loves him?
I mean, I was always gonna say it's the lacrosse field as well, and her apologizing. But I think that's not really a fixed point where she's like falling in love with him. I think it's just like he's proving her that he's not that person and that he's not that toxic man. And
so season 2.
Season 2.
He does kind of go back. But then next major moment, we get their first kiss at the gala. As far as first kisses go, pretty epic one, pretty cinematic. What goes into choreographing a kiss like that? And did it feel
the Victorian dress?
Yeah, down in the basement.
Oh, that was exhausting. I remember.
Shooting it?
Yeah.
Why?
I can't say that.
Then going back to your question.
Why?
I think the idea of choreographing it was, I think the picture that we always had in our head, it's kind of like a volcano erupting. Like it's building up, and the tension just, and at a certain point they can't hold it anymore. And that's when these two worlds collide.
Yeah, and then Mortimer comes in and ruins it once again.
Everybody loves Mortimer.
He's the dad of the year.
He's the dad of the year.
He really, yeah. And then skipping a little bit ahead, their Oxford visit at the end of season 1, very major moment. James stops pushing Ruby away. We finally get a glimpse of them together. How did it feel to finally reach that moment where they're both on the same page?
We're leaving. I mean, we have the staircase scene, which is really intense, and both of them screaming at each other. And then it's the moment where they're just coming to each other and kissing and feeling free, kind of. And I think that was beautiful.
Yeah, I love the staircase scene, especially since it's really putting words into this whole dynamic of what's been happening the whole time. It's the first time James is finding words of I'm trying, but I can't, and I want to be with you there, but it's this thing that I'm trying to protect you. So he's still struggling, but it's the first time I think he may be truly understanding parts of where he's coming from, and so beginning the journey of then also healing himself from those traumatic experiences and from what he's been told to grow up in childhood.
And their happiness, of course, doesn't last very long after that.
It wouldn't be Maxton Hall, would it?
It's back to the
next
angst.
day. It's the next day, right?
Everything is the next day. The whole season is 2 days. Yeah, people have been coming back. Timeline is weird. Yeah, we're doing a whole year in 2 days.
Yeah, because season 1 spans a semester.
A trimester, I think.
Yeah, and then season 2 is immediately right after.
Right.
Yeah. It's a fast timeline, whirlwind romance for them.
I mean, when you're young, time is different.
Yeah, they go through a lot in those few months. So much. I feel so bad for them.
They need a whole lifetime afterwards just to chill.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I hope there's an epilogue in season 3 where they're happy for good, but we'll see. No spoilers yet. And then at the start of season 2, they hit a major rough patch with the infamous cheating scene after the death of his mother. Damian, how did you feel about that moment and kind of getting James to that point of self-destruction and he hurts Ruby in the process? What, getting to that really rock bottom point, what was that like for you?
Well, there's two sides I think to this question, because on the one hand, as an actor, it's trying to portray a character is such an honor to play a deeply flawed and three-dimensional character. On the other hand, personally, it was just horrible to sit in that space for that amount of time. And it really also hurt to portray him like that, because after playing him for such a long time, I mean, you do develop certain type of connection to your character inherently. And then knowingly destroying him to such a point where people are going to hate him for what he's doing, that's hurtful, because you're always trying to protect your character, right? You're always trying to rationalize it. So I think the biggest task then was to find the right narrative for why he's doing it. So I can still be that person because we all want to be consistent personalities. We all want to, no one wants to experience that dissonance of emotions and actions. And so I think exploring that space where it's the best option to push her away, in a weird fucked up way, he's doing it for her. I know this sounds horrible, and I'm not trying to justify it, but this is a really dangerous space to be in. But I mean, in a way, he's trying to save her, at least, because he knows everything within his own life is going to draw her down. It's going to pull her down into that space where he's grown up. I'm really killing myself. I know. But you got to justify. No, but the thing is, you got to justify your character. That's the whole issue with it. I mean, even if you're playing the devil doesn't think he's the devil, probably. And so I think it was a really interesting experience of trying to consolidate those two ideas.
And Harriet, you're like,
I saw a video.
He sucks at this point.
Yeah, I saw a video, and the girl said, "Just talk with each other."
Right.
Like.
But he hasn't learned that. I mean, that's the whole thing. He hasn't learned to
Express the feeling.
Right, and to know that there's a space between yourself and the emotions, and you're not the victim of your own emotions, and you don't have to follow every impulse.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so important that we show this type of man then going to therapy and actually allowing yourself to have that space of change.
Yeah, I really love that change from the book too, because I feel like men going to therapy isn't really shown a lot, especially young men in these types of shows. I guess Summer I Turned Pretty kind of touched on it a little bit, but yeah, it feels like it's not common. What did you feel like reading that? Did you really kind of think that was an important aspect of his journey?
Absolutely. I fought for an even longer version. I think I fought for every line in that script of that therapy scene. I think there's even an uncut, even longer version, which is not out, because it's such a turning point to also for the both of them to allow their relationship to actually grow, because obviously we do want to see them together as we did in episode 4 again, but I think it's so important also to show that to younger people out there, that it's not your responsibility, like Ruby's responsibility, to fix him, and that love doesn't have to, be at the dispenser or hurt your own boundaries, and that it's really the task of the person themselves, and loving yourself first. I think it's just a really important message to get out there, especially in a YA genre.
Definitely. And Harriet, that kind of brings me to my next major moment when Ruby's celebrating with her family.
Yes.
James shows up, which, why did you do that? Exactly, my thoughts. And she says she loves him, I think for the first time, like she does, I think it's then, right?
Yes, it is.
But she doesn't really mean to say it, I don't think.
I saw a video, again, and the girl said, it's the first time she's saying I love you. And I was not remember that I said that to him, because I was like, I can't say
right, because we thought it's like in a different episode, right? We thought the first time I saying I love you is in a different episode.
Yes,
episode.
Yes,
it's a different episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was confused. But she was not meant to say that. It was completely out of emotion. And I love that scene. That was really intense. And to show her the first time, with anger, and that was great.
Yeah, was it important to you that she didn't let him back in too fast? Or do you feel like she did let him back in too fast?
I struggled with that a bit, because it was really important that, action shows more than words, and the scene in episode 3 and at the gala with his speech, she knows that he's risking everything, and that coming out and talking about his feelings in front of the people, in front of his dad, that it's really him taking a risk, and it makes her emotional, and I think it's not wrong to give someone a second chance, but it's important that he goes to therapy and is working on himself, and that she can't help him and she can't fix him, and she's not responsible for that. I think that's really important.
Definitely. And do we think James has gone to more than one therapy session at this point?
I hope.
Yeah, like 1.5 probably.
Because I know some people were like, has he only gone to one? Now he's a changed man.
Right? I mean, he's a bull for it. He doesn't need more.
I think a lot of things happening in and off.
Yeah, talking about timeline.
Talking about the car crash.
The car crash. I mean,
yeah,
he goes
she still
out
doesn't
there.
know at this point.
She knows.
She knows that.
I don't think she knows.
Oh, we have a problem. I think she knows.
But they just haven't talked about
Lydia
it
would
yet.
never
Not tell you.
not tell me that.
Right.
Never.
I guess
Yeah.
we didn't see her reaction though
No.
to the car crash.
No.
How do you?
How do you react? Can you
Yeah.
please act that out
Right
quickly?
now.
Yeah. Would you cry?
Probably. Oh my god.
And
But
then-
he's fine.
Yes.
Well, he's fine.
But he's fine.
I mean,
You
you
don't
just
have
go-
a scratch.
Right.
Just
Just 8
Get
times
up.
the car crash.
That was it rolled.
Yeah.
But that was intense.
Untouchable.
Just one time, right?
Yeah, originally that's actually a fun story. Originally, it messed up really badly when we did it, and it only turned around one time. And we did it in editing that it seems to have been a much bigger car crash than it actually turned out to be.
Okay, yeah, and he's still okay.
He's completely fine, yeah.
But it kind of inadvertently gets him to therapy, so I guess he gets a little business card, so even though, poor James, I feel bad for him. But also, do you think Ruby's like totally forgiven James by the gala speech, or does that kind of come that next episode when he meets the family? You think it's that?
No, I think it's a process. I think they have to work on it, and it never stops. I think there is no point where you can say she forgives him or she forget it. I think it's something they have to work on.
It's like building up trust, right? It's not either there or not.
But I think it's a beautiful thing, and everyone has to do this in a relationship or a friendship or something.
So good, love that. But winding it back a little bit forward to a later episode, James makes his public love declaration at Elaine's party, kind of deciding to ignore, his dad and all the threats going on.
They're really good at keeping secrets, right?
And
keeping promises.
Why don't they want to keep it a secret anymore? Like, why does he?
It's a good question.
And Ruby was the one that kind of was like.
I think that was important that it's coming from her.
We talked about that for a long time, right? Because originally it was just him saying that, and then we were like, well, it feels wrong. It's problematic that he breaks the promise that they just gave each other.
And she wanted and she needed.
Right.
To trust you. So.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Why do they do that?
Isn't it the same day?
Timeline. Talk about timeline. It's a trimester later at the same day. Well, it's still summer.
But so at that point, Ruby's like, it's okay to tell everyone now, I guess. She kind of gives him like a nod of approval, I think.
Sometimes you have impulsive decisions.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just follow your heart and don't think about it. Maybe that was something like that.
Why did you nod your head there?
And then after that, we get finally the really long, happy sequence of James and Ruby on their date. A first date, I think, technically. What was it like, switching it up, playing the happy Ruby James for once? Does it come easier, harder than the angst? I have to know.
It's really easy to play that.
Yeah. But it was good doing that after like such an extended time of grief.
Yes.
And
To
play just lightheartedly, like eating small burgers.
Small burgers.
And your finger.
We watched it, the episode together with like the whole cast, and everyone was like screaming when the finger came. Everyone was like, no. It was funny.
It did get pretty steamy at the end there when they're.
Yeah, what is the guy doing? Like the waiter, why is he interrupting? I'm like buying the whole freaking restaurant. Like, give us some space. I don't get it. Yeah. Like he had one job.
I guess it picks up later when he decides to take her home, but then it goes bad again. They don't go all the way once again. So sad. Because Mortimer is back. He comes back. But tell me about that interaction with why does James decide, let's introduce Ruby to Dad at this point?
Thinking he's not at home, right?
No, because then Lydia is like, he's here, right? So we're in the bedroom, interrupted again.
But it's episode 5, right?
Yeah. Right. I don't know, you can only run for so long, I'd say. Talking about timeline, they've been running for 2 days already. So energy is gone at a certain point. No, and I feel like they've maybe already making it public, grown already even in such a short span of time that they feel comfortable of facing the devil, because it's about them trying to build a future for themselves and together, and that involves introducing her to his father. So that'll be an interesting conversation to have.
And at that point, I guess the show gave him some Mortimer, some human moments. So I guess they're trying to make him a little sympathetic.
Yeah, I love that in the 5th episode when he has the breakdown. I think it's so important because otherwise he's only the antagonist. But then showing him, he has his whole background, probably coming into this Beaufort family as the outsider, trying to fit in, never really fitting in, losing his wife. So where does that whole idea of what a man should be, where does that come from? I think it's really important to keep that character interesting and not just to have the bad guy.
And skipping a little bit ahead to the finale, to the ending, for you guys to break down because that was an intense one. Of course, they can't be happy for too long. Did James ever think that Mortimer would go that far? And we kind of know what Ruby's feeling, obviously. She's having that intense breakdown, but what is James feeling when he sees her walk out and she's, you know, breaking down in tears?
He's shocked. He doesn't know what happened. I think especially after episode 5 with his father, you know, breaking down, he thought maybe there's some human aspect to it. So I don't think he expected any of it at all. And now with her whole dream being burnt down by his dad, it's a good setup for another season, I'd say.
And Ruby's feeling, obviously, like it's the end of the world. Does she ever consider saying it was Lydia having the affair, do you think? She kind of just does nothing.
I think that's the positive thing about Ruby, that she would never do that, and she would never call her out, and that yeah, maybe she should have done it.
Question.
Oh,
Lydia
should do that, but no, I really like that character trait of her.
Yeah, and Ruby, at this point, it kind of deviates from the book also. Ruby doesn't find out that James is the one that took the photo originally.
What?
I didn't know that. Really?
He was?
And and I'm curious, is there anything you can hint at about how she'll feel about that revelation based on where they're at in their relationship at that point at the end of the season? Because they've gotten to a much better place, but you know.
I think in that moment, she's like, she doesn't know what's happening at all. And finding out that he took this photo and whoever sent it to Lexington, I think there are a lot of questions in her head at that moment, and a lot of emotions and feelings, and her losing everything she ever wanted is like the worst thing ever. And
I think we're in a beautiful position of like having her save me, save you. So they've really fought for each other and fought for the love that they deserve. So it's a perfect spot for the third book, like save us. That's the two of them then against the rest of the world.